The father is the world's richest man. He wears custom-tailored suits. He also drives a luxury car worth millions. But his son works at a construction site, carrying cement under the scorching 50-degree heat to earn a living. It's not that the richest man doesn't care about his child. It's just that they had been separated for 20 years. Until one day, the assistant ran to inform the rich man that they had found his son's whereabouts. He was working at a factory under the rich man's group. Upon hearing this, the rich man immediately wanted to go find his son, but the assistant stopped him because she had discovered that the boy had debt issues. She feared he might be of poor character, but the rich man would never give up on reuniting with his son. So he decided to test his son's character. He dressed in a farmer's worker clothes and went to the construction site. He held up a photo and carefully compared it to the boy in front of him. When he noticed a birthmark on the boy's neck, he immediately concluded that the boy was his son. He then showed the photo and recognized the boy as his son. After confirming the other person was his father, the boy took him home. There, he also saw his granddaughter, whom he had never met before. The man was very emotional. He hadn't expected that after many years, his son had already gotten married. So he asked, "What about your wife?" To his surprise, his son's wife had left them because their daughter had a congenital heart condition. She had long abandoned both father and daughter. Seeing how hard his son was struggling, the man was about to reveal his identity as the richest man, but he was unexpectedly interrupted by his son. The boy said, "Tomorrow, I will find an easier job for you on the construction site. That way, our family can live together." So the next day, the boy took his father to the construction site. He wanted the foreman to give him an easy job. Seeing the foreman hesitating, the boy took out some cabbage he had prepared. When the foreman saw a thick stack of cash hidden inside, he immediately agreed to give the man an easier job. It was only then that the man realized the job his son mentioned had been bought. Unexpectedly, the foreman overheard this. He immediately questioned the boy, "What do you mean by this?" He was about to return the cabbage to the boy. Seeing the foreman getting angry, the boy explained that his father didn't understand the rules and asked the foreman to give him one more chance. The foreman, seeing this, immediately raised the price. He told the boy to add 2 more cabbages worth of money, but the boy had no more money. He promised that once he got paid, he would give the foreman the money, and so the foreman arranged for the father and son to go greet the group's president, who was coming to inspect the work. At that time, they would receive their salary in advance. The boy, excited, took his father there. But when the man saw that everyone on the site had stopped working to greet a leader, the scene was too grand. The son, hearing this, signaled his father to keep quiet. But after the president left, the boy accidentally saw a woman standing nearby, who was his wife. He happily went up to her to greet her, but she told him he had mistaken her for someone else. She told him to show more respect. The boy, hearing this, immediately stopped his wife from leaving. He asked her why she had abandoned him and their daughter to become the president's wife, but the woman denied being the boy's wife. She bluntly said she would never have anything to do with someone like him, a filthy laborer. Seeing how heartless the woman was, the boy immediately took out his daughter's medical records, but the woman coldly said it had nothing to do with her. As they were arguing, the president suddenly appeared. He asked the woman what they were talking about. Fearing his identity would be exposed, the woman had no choice but to explain that the boy was asking for his salary. As soon as she finished speaking, the boy demanded from the president the 6-month salary the group owed him. He stated that his daughter was sick and needed money for surgery. Little did the boy know, this move made the president feel embarrassed in front of everyone. He signaled for the foreman to teach the boy a lesson. One of the workers was so scared he stepped back. He no longer dared to bring up the issue of unpaid wages. Saying this, the foreman was about to drag the boy away and punish him. Seeing this, the man immediately called his assistant and told her to hurry and bring people for a surprise inspection at the construction site. He then stepped forward to stop those trying to take his son away. He stated that the Chamber of Commerce had clear rules, that wages could not be withheld from employees, and asked, "Aren't you afraid of being punished for beating people? Aren't you afraid of being punished by the Chamber of Commerce?" The foreman was instantly frightened. He asked the president what to do. At this point, the president was also panicked. But to be safe, he explained to the workers that it wasn't his intention to withhold wages. It was just that the machinery parts had malfunctioned. He said that whoever could fix the jammed parts in the drilling machine would be paid immediately. But everyone knew that this was a life-threatening job. Several people had already died doing it. It was obvious that the president didn't want to pay wages. But thinking about his daughter needing money for for surgery, the boy stepped forward and took the job. When he asked the president for the equipment to go down the well, he was told that there was none. After all, a set of equipment cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The boy's life wasn't worth that much money, but without safety equipment, the son could lose his life at any moment. The man firmly refused to let him go down the well. Clearly, the president was trying to sabotage the boy. Even the woman urged the boy not to go down, but to save his daughter, the boy decisively went down, unexpectedly. As soon as he went down, the foreman holding the rope deliberately let go. The president confidently thought the boy was about to die here, but to his surprise, the boy crawled out of the well the next second. He successfully completed the task the president had given him. Just as he demanded his wages from the president, he was slapped hard. Because he already knew the boy's relationship with the woman, he thought that the woman married him just to get money to treat their daughter. The president felt deceived. After reprimanding the woman, he ordered his men to teach the man a lesson. But just at that critical moment, the rich man's assistant arrived just in time. She not only controlled the president and his men, but handed them over to the Chamber of Commerce for disposal. And under the rich man's suggestion, she covered all the medical expenses for the boy's daughter. At this point, the boy still didn't know his father's true identity. So, the three of them returned home. The boy realized he had misunderstood his wife. He apologized to her. He thought that with her back, their family would live like before. But to his surprise, the wife presented a contract that completely stunned the boy.